Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in to another one of my videos. Today we are going to be talking about and looking at the Aspire BVC heads, and I'm going to share some experiences I've had with them myself. I'm a big fan of them, as you may or may not know, but they're not perfect, and I'm going to share some tips with you. So we're going to take a look at the Aspire BVC heads coming up next. Before we talk about the Aspire BVC heads, which I love, I'm a big fan of them, take a look at this thing. Huge, right? This is the Nautilus tank, the Aspire Nautilus tank with the stainless steel webbed cover there. And it's got a BVC bottom vertical coil in here, which we're going to be talking about. This is the Sigeli 20 watts, and the bottom is what makes it different. This is an adapter that I got that turns it into a 26650 battery powered device. Now, it's not stealthy, it's not small, it's kind of bulky and heavy, but it gives me like about 2 days of battery life, and that's good. That's a good thing. And I'm going to take a vape right now. That vapor is filled with flavor, and you saw how much vapor came out of there. And that's from an Aspire BVC stock coil head. Now, let me tell you that they are my favorites, but I've had my issues with them. So I want to share some tips because I saw a post over on Twitter, and I said, you know, I'm gonna share some tips with people here about the BVCs. Okay, they can take the heat more, say, than the Kangertech coils that are out there. If you're using a 50/50 PGVG juice, you can go up to, in my experience, without getting any burnt taste or dry hits, up to 20 watts. I normally don't do that though. I normally keep it, this is my sweet spot right here, 12.5 watts, which gives you about 4.7 volts, okay, into the power, 4.7 volts into the coil. If you do that, and you have a, the viscosity of the juice is not super thick, you're gonna get a good vaping experience for about a week with one of these heads. And I've had this, well, today is Tuesday. I changed this out on Sunday, and it's performing, you know, marvelously. Now, sometimes you will get one in the batch. I won't be the first person to say this. I've heard others say it. That's just a bad head. And as soon as you put it in there, even if you let it prime and all, it tastes funky or burnt. Take it out, throw it out. Another thing is very important to remember that these coil heads are designed like the cartomizers back in the day. Cartomizers needed to be primed. We needed to, the filler material that's inside of these, of the cartomizers and also these heads. I'm showing you an image on the screen there. The filler material that you see there around the middle, that needs to be saturated with juice, and if it's not, if you don't prime it correctly and you power it up, you're going to burn that, and it's going to taste like burnt, and it's really going to stay tasting like burnt. So just throw that coil out. The best thing to do, that I recommend to do, is one of two things. You get a coil, fresh coil like this, and you just put a few drops into the side so that you're sort of priming the material that's around it, the filler material that's around the coil, and then that will help in priming it. Priming is very important with these coils because, like I said, they're like cartomizers. In the old days, if you had a cartomizer and you didn't prime it up, it would literally catch fire and burn up. So with these, same sort of thing. If you put one of these coil heads and into a device and immediately fire it up, there's a chance that it'll work, and there's also a good chance that it's going to taste burnt. And once that happens, you unscrew it and you throw it out. You got to prime these things well. The second suggestion is simple. Just let it install the coil head and pour in your juice into your tank and let it sit, and also take some dry puffs without applying heat to the coil to produce negative pressure. That'll draw in the juice and prime that filler material for you, and that will prevent it from tasting burnt. Priming is really important with these heads. I can't stress that enough. Okay. Now, last but not least, if you're using a high viscosity juice like 90% VG, these things are not going to last you any longer than 2 days in my experience. They'll perform wonderful the first day. By by noon of the next day, that means, you know, vaping it pretty good deal. Like I vape pretty much the whole day. You will get you'll start getting a burnt taste and almost like a smoky type of taste, like taste like a barbecue-y type of taste. When that happens, you know you got to change the coil. I think like 70-50 VG-PG ratio works well. 50-50 works excellent. When you go higher, they just don't last as long. But the takeaway from this video is to prime them well, because that's what's going to make them really. That's what's going to make you and make them work well, and you experience the vapor that you want, a tasteful and yet satisfying and a lot of vapor as well. Just like that. I hope this video has enlightened some people a little bit. Comments below if you have anything to add, right? We're all here to learn from each other and share ideas and interact, right? Thanks for watching another one of my videos. Remember to keep vaping and use the BVC coils. They're good, but you gotta prime them. As always, please vape safe. Do not push the limits of your batteries, and remember to support your local vape shop. Thanks for watching. Take care.